Winter can be hard on your car, especially the cold, bitterly cold weather coming this week. With some tips on how to take care of your car and be safe, we're joined now by Kimberly Schwinn from AAA. Kimberly, thanks for being with us this morning.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
You all had a record week last week as far as call logs go into your dispatch center. Tell us about that.
That's right. You know, it started with Thursday with the snow, people sliding out, and then Friday, the bitter cold. We actually almost saw more calls because of the cold than the snow. So, you know, we expect much the same. People have been waiting on hold, trying to get through. We have all the crews in that we can, so we're doing our best, but it is just going to take us a little bit longer to get to you because so many people are breaking down.
And oftentimes cold can present more of a problem to your car than snow or ice can. So let's get to some of the biggest factors why, beginning with the car battery.
The car battery, the biggest one. Yeah. And really, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do to prevent your battery from dying in the cold. Batteries typically last an average of 3 to 5 years. So if your battery is over 3 years old, we encourage you to get it tested about twice a year, so before the winter and before the summer. If you haven't done that, you could be in danger of having your battery go bad. You can still take it to an auto parts store today and, you know, try to have it tested. You can also look, and if you have corrosion on your batteries, use a wire brush to rub that off. That can help with the connections as well.
Okay, and you can take that to generally any kind of auto parts store and they'll test it for you?
Yeah, usually they'll test it for you. We also offer free testing at our car care centers, but we're not open on Sundays, so you'd have to wait till tomorrow.
And it might be too late by then.
Right.
So let's jump ahead, talk about tire safety.
Tires is another thing. When the temperature decreases, so does your tire pressure. That could lead to flat tires. We've been getting a lot of calls for flat tires because of the cold. So you really want to be vigilant about checking your tire pressure. Also with the snow, make sure you have adequate tread depth. This is obviously a bad tire here that does not have any proper tread depth.
And you've got the penny there because that's a great way of doing it without one of those tire gauges.
Exactly. Right? You can just turn the penny upside down, and if you see Lincoln's head, then it's time to get a new tire.
Okay. Windshield wipers.
Windshield wipers, very important. Also, make sure that you have a windshield washer fluid that's rated down to -20 or -30. That way it's not going to freeze
as soon as
you're trying to get that salty spray off your car.
And that can be really hazardous because you get a little bit of spray from a big truck on your windshield and you could really be blinded.
Right, and you can't see.
Right.
So, and another thing, you know, we've had a lot of people locking their keys in the car. They go to start their car in the morning, they warm it up, and they lock their keys in their car. So keep a spare set of keys inside so that you can get to them. Also, we expect to see a lot of frozen locks. So you might want to purchase some lock de-icer. Again, keep it outside of your vehicle so that you can spray that in your lock if it is frozen tomorrow morning.
And quickly, how does that work? You just spray it right on the lock?
You just spray it in the lock.
Takes a minute or two to then, okay. All right, let's talk about some of the items you'll want to have in your car should the worst happen.
Again, this is very important because it is taking us longer to get to you. So you want to be prepared.
Sure.
So you need to have some blankets, warm clothes, ice scraper, safety flares, jumper cables, some water, some snacks. A lot of this stuff, I have a kit that you can actually purchase in the AAA stores. It's about $30. It has a lot of stuff, some tools, some tape, first aid kit. You know, there's the jumper cables actually go in there. I've just added a couple of things, but you know, anything that you might need if you are stranded on the side of the road for an extended period of time.
Jumper cables could be key and will definitely be put in use tomorrow in Central Ohio.
Exactly.
All right, Kimberly, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
No problem.
Stay with 10 TV throughout this weather alert as we bring you up to the minute information to keep you safe.